Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, a movie podcast where each week we reach onto our shelves and revisit the films we own on physical media, whether it's a classic we've watched countless times or a hidden gem we're seeing for the very first time. From VHS and DVD to Blu-ray and 4K, we're taking a look back at films throughout history, good or bad. I'm your host, Aaryn Souza. I'm joined today by my good friends, Connor Jameson and Jasmine Capitwala. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Pretty good.
And today, we're continuing Summer Blockbuster month by taking a look back at The Dark Knight from 2008. Let's get into it.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
All right. Summer Blockbuster month. This is our last movie review of this month. A little spoiler for next month. But Jasmine, this was your choice for Summer Blockbuster month. So why The Dark Knight?
Because it's one of the best movies of all time.
Okay, well, I mean,
No, but
heard it here
actually,
first.
because it's the movie that got me into movies. When it came out, I saw it 8 times in the theater. Like, actually saved up all my metaphorically lemonade stand money and took everyone I could to see it. I was so excited about it. I was not like a superhero fan, and honestly didn't even know it was the second part of a trilogy. Just was dragged to it at my cousin's birthday, saw it and was like, oh, I've been changed forever. I need to see this movie as many times as I possibly can.
and if you had to guess, how many times have you seen it since then?
Since then, I put it on all the time. I put it on the other day. It's got to be, it's like at least 100 times I've had it on.
Oof. Yeah.
50 probably like fully locked in watching. I
Damn.
can basically quote the movie. Yeah, no, I'm not even
That's
kidding.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a movie that stands on its own. It speaks for itself. But we're gonna dive into all things about this movie. But I did want to ask, we're in Nolan's season,
Mm-hmm.
and The Odyssey has just come out,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking about a Nolan movie. So where does The Dark Knight rank in Nolan's filmography?
Oh, are we doing like personal like ranking lists?
Yeah, just give me a sense of where The Dark Knight falls in his work.
Okay. How about this? I just changed my Letterboxd top 4.
Ooh, wow.
To
So
include
number
it.
1?
For me, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I know that's like everyone says Interstellar, but that's not even top 3 for me. That's my hot
Interstellar's
take.
like bottom half Nolan for me. Yeah,
Whoa.
it's not great. I don't
Oh,
like it that
boy.
much.
Okay.
Yep. Connor, what about you?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I literally just made my list ranking it.
Oh,
Um,
there we go.
So, and when I do these, it's kind of, I try to do it in like tiers. So this is top tier, and that, I guess, there's only 3 movies in there. It's The Dark Knight, Oppenheimer, and The Odyssey, which
Wow.
we're gonna talk
Mhm.
about that one soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's up there for me. It's at the very least top 5, if not even higher. It's just so. Not to get ahead of myself, but I watched this on a plane. So I was traveling for work, this past week. So I had a 3-hour flight down to Orlando, and was like, I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to do. But I was on a Delta flight, so they had the seat back screens. And I was looking through their in-flight entertainment. I was trying to figure out, what do I want to watch? What do I want to watch? And there it is, The Dark Knight. And, obviously I know we were doing it for this episode, but I was like, you know what? Sure. I'll throw it on.
Yeah.
Man, what an experience. Even on a plane, this
I was
movie
gonna
hits
It's how
so
Nolan
good.
intended.
Yes, I was thinking this out as Nolan intended on the back of a plane seat, right?
Yep. I mean, it just hits so good. And then I was watching it again today to kind of solidify my notes a little bit. Because I didn't take any notes. I was sitting on a plane.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of taking it all in. But it killed a plane ride really well.
Yeah.
So that leads me into my next question of where does Bale's Batman rank in terms of Batmans?
I have said this before. I have a hard time with like Batman specifically because there's 3 characters. Batman, Bruce Wayne to the public.
Yeah.
So I think Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne and Bruce Wayne to the public. But Batman, once in a while, the voice change takes me out.
We're going to talk about that a little bit, I'm sure. But
yeah. But it's high, but I don't know. I don't think I would say he's my like number 1 Batman specifically.
Who would be your number 1?
Michael Keaton.
Oh, really? Going
Classic,
back to
yeah.
To the Keats. I like I like Robert Pattinson a lot.
He's great.
Good Batman. He's a good Batman.
Only one to do the makeup, like will show us the makeup, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Connor, what's yours?
So are we only talking the live action ones?
No,
because
not necessarily. Kevin Conroy is up there, I'm sure.
Kevin Conroy is the best Batman, period.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, I grew up on the animated Batman stuff, so that's my childhood. But I would say, probably behind him, I agree with you, Jasmine. He's definitely the best Bruce Wayne. I don't think he's the best Batman. I do like Pattinson for that, but then I don't like Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. So then it's kind of like
it's the Spider-Man conundrum all over again.
Exactly. I will say, little underdog. I do like Val Kilmer's Batman.
Ooh, Val Kilmer. No votes for George Clooney.
Not nipple Batman.
And I do like Adam West as Batman. That was
I don't
fun.
know. I have a really hard time with the old Batman series, the Adam West series. It's too campy for me. Like it's too like you see that clip of like
him
on TikTok or whatever. Yeah, or like, you sprayed me with your like allergy spray, but I took a decongestant. And so it's like, all right, come on.
You want to know why I fell in love with the Adam West Batman? Because the first Batman movie I ever watched was the Batman movie. And the very first scene is him like on like the Batcopter, like flying into the ocean, and he gets attacked by a shark.
Oh
and
my
he
God.
just whips out anti-shark spray. And then like as the shark is falling back into the ocean, it just explodes. And I was like,
hilarious.
I'm fucking in.
Wild.
Oh man, that's so good. Well, we're gonna dive into the Dark Knight quite a bit, but before we do that, we got to talk about what we've been watching lately. Jasmine, why don't you kick us off?
Oh, okay. Been watching movies for sure.
I hope so.
Okay. So since we last recorded, I saw The Odyssey on Monday in 70mm IMAX. Then I rewatched The Dark Knight on Wednesday. Thursday, I saw The Odyssey in 70mm IMAX. And Friday, I saw The Odyssey in 70mm.
Sheesh.
Some of us are struggling out here.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, I was row A for my last night viewing, but it was the only way I was seeing with my sister. So I was like, okay, we'll suffer. We'll be on the boat.
I will be trying to see it in 70mm IMAX at some point with M, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing front row, and everything else is sold out like completely. So I'm just not.
I will say, like in Lincoln Square, like it is pretty far back, and our screen is curved, so it's a little easier to be front row.
Yeah,
like it really wasn't that bad. I wouldn't choose it for our first viewing though.
Yeah, no. So what are you drinking? Anything?
Yeah, my water with lemon today.
Again.
Yeah,
nice,
listen, we got to stay hydrated.
Well, I've only seen 3 things. Like I said, I've been traveling for work. Actually, more like 3.5 things, because I am watching. I have not finished, but I was watching Spider-Man: Homecoming. Kind of getting myself back into the Tom Holland Spider-Mans for the new movie, which I do have an invite to.
Nice.
I'm going to be seeing it on Monday, the 27th.
Very nice.
So I'll be able to report back then. I also got an invite for next Wednesday to go see Tony.
Oh, amazing.
So I
Love
cannot
that.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going to watch that. But for movies that I have seen, so it started off with the 1996 film Stealing Beauty with Liv Tyler. It's a Bernardo Bertolucci film that I discovered as in kind of like trying to figure out summery vibe movies. This is basically like if Call Me By Your Name was about a straight woman, but not as good.
Mhm.
And that's exactly how it goes. It's just it's set in the Italian countryside about an American woman who's trying to find love. It's not great, but it's a Bertolucci film. It's got Liv Tyler, and it's got who else is in it? Jeremy Irons is in it. Joseph Fiennes is in it for like 3 minutes. Rachel Weisz is in it as well, so it's got a pretty good cast. Then I watched The Odyssey, watching 70mm, and I gotta say, my screening was not the best of The Odyssey. I am going to see it again on Sunday, or tomorrow morning, so that's okay. But the print, I don't know if it was the print or the projector, but like the brightest scenes, like all the scenes in like broad daylight, you could see the flickering of the projector.
Oh.
In like the white light of the skies and stuff like that, which was really, really distracting.
Yeah.
Because it was a 70mm print. It wasn't like IMAX, but it was just a standard 70mm print. But it was really distracting. I don't know if the projector is going bad or we just got a bad print or whatever. But that was extremely distracting.
Yeah.
And then the person behind me, I think, is the most restless person on planet Earth, and was like basically kicking the back of my seat for 3 hours. And it was just miserable. It was literally just, I would just be sitting there and I would just be like the entire time. I'm like, what is going on here? It was brutal. Great
Terrible.
Movie though. Still was entranced the whole time.
Yeah.
Nolan,
you were on your own
it.
Odyssey, getting through
I
it.
was,
Pretty
literally. I was. But we're going tomorrow. We're seeing it in X Plus at our local showcase. So I'm going to be reclined in a independent seat in the middle of the theater. So I will be.
Someone's still going to find a way to put their feet on your head.
Oh, someone's going to like pour their drink over the railing in front of them. It's going to go right on me or something. It's going to be great.
A piece of the ceiling is just going to fall on your head.
Yeah, of course. And then I watched The Dark Knight on a plane. And I have the remnants of a Fresca black cherry citrus.
Nice.
And Connor, we're over to you.
So I have broken my dry spell of movies. I am back. We can count as we go. But after last episode of Twister, I watched Twisters.
There's
one. Yes, that one is just better. Then I watched Strange Days.
I'm in the
movie.
process of watching that too. I forgot.
Yeah, it's just so good. I had to stop and start it just because of work, but every single time I was like watching it, I was just like so entranced with just like the environment and like this hellscape that America is.
Mm-hmm.
Then I watched Tuner. And I kept thinking that it was just going to be like Baby Driver all over again, but it was actually like very solid and a lot more like kind of down to earth, which I appreciated. Then I had The Other Guys on just because I needed some background noise while I worked from home, and that movie's just always fun, enjoyable, very quotable. Then I watched The Lady Vanishes. I have it on Criterion, and I just had never seen it, so I was like, I gotta just start knocking this out so I can say I've seen it. And it's good. Not my favorite Hitchcock, but it's good. Then to get a good taste in my mouth, I put The Meg on.
I saw you log The Meg, and I was very happy.
Yeah, I fucking love The Meg. But then, unfortunately, Sam Neill passed away. So to honor his legacy, I watched In the Mouth of Madness. That's just a fever dream of a movie. He is incredible in it. And just what a man he is, or what he was. Then I watched The Odyssey, left work early to go see it. It's great. Putting that out there in the universe, do something about it, work. Then I've been on a Nolan spree now, trying to knock them all out. I watched Memento, and halfway through the movie, it finally clicked on me what was happening in the movie. So for the first half of the movie, I was like, I don't fucking get this at all. And then there's that one particular scene. I don't know. Can I just say what it is?
I've not seen Memento, so I don't know. If
then I'll hold. I'll hold off. Okay. But there's one particular scene where I was just like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
but
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that one a lot. I totally It's
like, oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to go back and try to figure this out from the start. And then today, The Dark Knight.
That's 10. You got 10.
Okay, it's a 10.
Nice.
All right, and what are you drinking?
Like you, I'm halfway through a White Monster.
Lovely. Okay, well, let's talk Dark Knight. So, Jasmine, I know you've seen it before many times.
Yeah,
Connor,
yep.
I'm assuming you've also seen it before many times. I have also seen it before many times. So I don't think this is we're not breaking new ground on this one by any means.
No.
Do any of you own this movie?
I do.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Wait, we all
this one
got
survived
it.
The flood.
Yes. This one was not lost in the flood.
I have a standard Blu-ray.
Oh wow.
I got the whole set.
Oh, well, all right. If we're doing
this
that.
was my very first movie I ever owned for myself. So this is my very first Snapcase DVD I bought for myself of my entire film collection. Oh, fire.
We got them too.
I don't have Batman Begins. I do. I'm lying. I have all three.
I also have The Dark Knight Rises on Steelbook.
Yeah, no. All mine are little.
Just little DVDs?
Yeah. You can hear them like rattling around, actually.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, I figured this would be one. I mean, this is one that, everyone owns to some degree. This is a great movie. But if you're one of the few people that don't own this movie or you've given up physical media, my first question to you is why. Mm-hmm. But my second thing to you is that you can watch this on HBO Max or on YouTube TV if you have those services.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're not familiar with The Dark Knight, this is a 2008 superhero film directed by one Christopher Nolan. Directed movies like Oppenheimer and Inception and Interstellar and Memento, etc., etc., etc. Some great films. The Odyssey, if you may have heard of it.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
This movie was written by Chris Nolan and his brother, Jonathan Nolan, who co-writes a lot of his films with Chris Nolan, and also was the creator of CBS, the TV show Person of Interest, as well as HBO's Westworld. Which is pretty cool.
Good writer.
Cinematography by Wally Pfister, who was a longtime collaborator of Christopher Nolan. So Wally Pfister won an Academy Award for Inception. Also shot Insomnia. He shot The Prestige. He shot Memento. Connor shot Moneyball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie. And then obviously worked with Nolan on the Dark Knight trilogy and retired as a cinematographer after The Dark Knight Rises in order to pursue directing. And he directed the 2014 movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp. I believe it's Johnny Depp. And that movie was a bomb. And he said, I'm not going to go back to cinematography. I'm going to be a director now. And can you tell me how many movies he's directed since then?
One.
I don't know.
It would be exactly 0. He only did
I figured it'd be none.
Yeah, he only did the one movie. It was a bomb. It was not well received. And he hasn't also shot a movie since The Dark Knight Rises. He's done a couple episodes of TV as a director and a couple commercials, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This was one of our best cinematographers, and then just that was it. He gambled and lost on himself. So this movie is distributed by Warner Bros. Released July 18th, 2008, with a runtime of 152 minutes and an estimated budget of $185 million. How much did this movie make at the worldwide box office?
I know it's a massive hit. I don't know. 500 million?
Okay.
I vividly remember us talking about this in the $1 billion movie club. So I'm going to say $1 billion.
It is $1 billion.
That's crazy.
$1.009 billion.
In 2008 is crazy.
I know.
Yeah. This was a absolute smash hit. I mean, let's talk about the box office in 2008. So, can you tell me where Dark Knight ranked?
I'm going to guess 1.
It was number 1 at the box office in 2008. Your top 10. Number 10, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. $419 million. WALL-E, $521 million at number 9. Great movie. Number 8, Iron Man, $585. Number 7, Quantum of Solace, your James Bond film, $589 million. Number 6, Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. It's a childhood movie of mine. Quite enjoyed it as a kid. $603 million. Number 5, Mamma Mia. $610. Number 4, a surprise on this list, Hancock with Will Smith. $629 million. People loved that movie. I don't know why. Number 3, Kung Fu Panda. $632 million. Number 2, unfortunately, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. $786 million for that
upsetting.
garbage. And then number 1, obviously, The Dark Knight with $1 billion. But that's the background. Jasmine, why don't you bring us through some of the casting that could have happened with The Dark Knight? This movie obviously stars Christian Bale and Maggie Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger and some really just phenomenal stars. But what could have been?
Yeah, so I can give you the what could have been specifically for Two-Face because I think those are super interesting. The first Nolan's original choice for Two-Face was Matt Damon.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so good.
Yeah. He had to decline because of scheduling conflicts with the 2009 film Invictus.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, I feel like
Invictus is not.
Yeah, looking back, he's definitely like, all right. So probably when he got that offer for the Odyssey, it was no wonder he didn't read the script. You know.
Well, I mean, between. I just love the story that he told about Oppenheimer, where he's like, he told his wife, I'm going to take a break from acting for a little while unless Chris Nolan calls me. And then Chris Nolan called him and said, hey, we want you to be in Oppenheimer. I was like, well, sorry.
I guess I got to go. Yeah.
I got to do it. I got to do it.
Yeah. So that was the first, one of the first choices. But there were other contenders as well for Two-Face, which I think are kind of interesting. Ryan Phillippe, Hugh Jackman, Mark Ruffalo, and
Mark
Josh
Ruffalo.
Lucas. Yeah. Kind of interesting, like what could have been, but then ultimately went to Aaron Eckhart, who did an obviously incredible job.
Yeah.
But could have been Matt Damon.
Can I say something controversial?
Go ahead.
I'm glad it wasn't Matt Damon.
I am too.
Really?
Like if I think about it, I think it's interesting that it could have been, but I don't like trying to picture him in that role. I can't do it.
Oh,
exactly.
See, I can absolutely. I mean, he does something very similar in like The Departed, where he's kind of puts on a face and then becomes,
I think he's too big for that role. I think that would be my issue. I think you kind of need someone.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. Like this is
But
this is like
that. Yeah,
exactly. He's like just a voice at that point. Like Matt Damon is like pretty. I mean, this is peak Matt Damon. You put him like,
true.
Yeah,
he's gonna steal a lot of that. you kind of need someone like Aaron Eckhart, who's kind of a guy.
It's kind of a guy. Yeah.
Kind of a guy.
Okay.
I have 2 other just little cute, fun acting things. One of them is obviously Maggie Gyllenhaal took over the part of Katie Holmes from the first one. And she asked Katie Holmes' blessing before accepting.
Oh, I like
she
that.
said, I'm not doing that unless I get the okay from Katie herself, who also bowed out because she was in Mad Money.
Damn.
Another time she could have. Yeah. People looking back on this, like, do you have any regrets? This is flashing before their eyes.
So, yeah, it's like I had the role, and then I had to stop to do Mad Money.
Yeah. And then the last interesting thing is all the studio executives and Jonathan, Christopher Nolan's brother specifically, were so confused by the choice for Heath Ledger because he's always just done pretty boy roles.
Mm-hmm.
But Christopher Nolan specifically sought out Heath Ledger for this role because he wanted an actor with fearlessness.
I mean,
and he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, this was one of the more like controversial acting or like actor choices of the last probably 25 years. People were like outraged that Heath Ledger was going to be playing the Joker, and it ended up being one of the single greatest performances of the 21st century of any movie.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So that's really cool. All right, Connor, why don't you run us through what the people thought about The Dark Knight?
Yeah, people loved it. Surprise, surprise.
Shocking.
Critics and audiences were united on this one. 94% for both of them.
Wow.
Which it's happened I think 3 other times with us. But still cool when it happens. It's sitting at a 9.1 on IMDb, 85 Metascore.
Oof.
The Boy Big Raj, 4 out of 4. When almost what would that be? 16 years, 20? Yeah, 16 years ago today. Said Batman isn't a comic book anymore. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight is a haunted film that leaps beyond its origins and becomes an engrossing tragedy. It creates characters we come to care about. That's because of the performances, because of the direction, because of the writing, and because of the superlative technical quality of the entire production. This film, and to a lesser degree Iron Man, redefined the possibilities of the comic book movie.
Yeah. I mean, you got it. Raj, 2008, still throwing his fastball.
Yeah. Bullseye after bullseye.
So I'm looking at our sheet here. I'm only seeing 2 that have the same. I could be missing one. But Silence of the Lambs and Die Hard are 2 that share the same. Oh. Oh, okay. And then Beetlejuice as well.
Yeah.
So pretty good company.
Bangers and bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the people thought. Oh, wait, we got more. We got
the
opposite review.
All part of the setup.
Yeah.
So it was hard to find just like a solid 1-star review because everyone was on their soapbox talking about how this was a bad Batman adaptation. But I did find one that was decent enough from Barry Germansky, 1, who said, "A testament to our stupidity of our times." This is from May of 2009. Although suffering from a muddled plot, ill-defined characters, a typically uncharismatic performance by Christian Bale, and a lack of energy, The Dark Knight proved to be one of 2008's greatest commercial and critical successes. The fact that this film is in the top 10 list tells me 2 things. 1, most of the people who rated this highly are either 10-year-olds or adults with the attention span of 10-year-olds. I do not mean to offend all 10-year-olds, but because there are some rare exceptions. But you can catch my drift. 2, people who rated this highly have not seen many of the other better films on this list. They have nothing to compare The Dark Knight to. Anyway, I just hope this film's current standing sinks down far below the 250 mark. I wanted to bring that one up because I wanted to double check with you guys where this ranks on IMDb's top 250.
Oh, it's got to be like top 30.
Yeah. I mean, 9.1.
Yeah. My guess is like it's at least top 25.
Higher.
Like as in
Like
closer-
higher in the good sense.
Oh, so like top 10?
Higher.
Top 5?
Top higher.
Top 2?
No, it's top 3. It's number 3.
God damn.
Oh, wow.
The only 2 movies above it are Shawshank at a 9.3 and The Godfather at a 9.2.
Damn.
Wow.
So, Barry, I'm sorry.
I just don't
It only got better.
the energy. This movie's nonstop
Yeah.
the entire time. I don't know. That guy just doesn't know what they're talking about, or they just hate things to hate things.
Yeah.
But that's what the
Contrarian.
people thought. Yeah,
Mhm.
very contrarian. Definitely one of those like you don't know real art. But that's what the people thought. Jasmine, why don't you bring us through what happened at the Oscars with this movie? Because there's some stuff to talk about.
Yes. This is a really interesting Oscars movie. Nominated for 8 Academy Awards. Won 2 of them. Best Sound Editing for Richard King.
Yep.
And Best Supporting Actor for Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Posthumous, unfortunately. But and that's very interesting because it's a very rare thing for an Oscar to be given to someone posthumous. His family and sisters, they all accepted the award on his behalf. And the other nominations include cinematography, film editing, art direction, makeup, and sound mixing, very much absent from Best Picture and Best Director.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So,
Yes.
8 nominations,
Mhm.
no Best Director at the least.
And it's actually it did spark backlash. People were very upset about it. Like, people were deeply hurt. You don't mess with, the comic book fans. And
Yeah.
the consensus was that it kind of changed the Oscars moving forward, because after this year, the Best Picture nominated category expanded from 5 to 10.
Interesting.
So,
I mean, let me just run you through the Best Picture nominees from this year. You
Yeah.
tell me where The Dark Knight slots in on this one, all right? Ready? Starting from the bottom. The Reader. You guys ever heard of that one?
nope.
Nope. How about Milk? Sean Penn.
Wow.
As
Oh,
Harvey
yeah.
Milk.
Heard
He
about that
wins
one,
Best
but yeah.
Actor.
Wow. You could put
That
The
one
Dark Knight in for either of those.
Frost Nixon.
Another one.
nominated.
Swap it out.
And The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Maybe lower end Fincher.
Even so, I would swap that out.
And finally, your Best Picture winner, Slumdog Millionaire. Good movie. The Dark Knight, I think, clears all 5 of those movies.
Yeah, 100%. Easily. Slumdog Millionaire is a great film. Glad it was nominated. Wouldn't replace it, because the other 4 I could replace with The Dark Knight. In fact, you could have just put it between those 2. Yeah, that's great. It was a crazy year for the Oscars, don't know why.
Yeah. And then Best Directing, obviously, was Danny Boyle, David Fincher, Ron Howard, Gus Van Sant, and Stephen Daldry. So all of the Best Picture nominees were nominated for Best Director. It just doesn't really make sense to
No.
me. Okay, well, Connor, why don't you bring us through the plot of this movie and we'll get into what we liked about it.
All right. Masked criminals rob a mafia-owned bank in Gotham City, with each robber killing each other until the mastermind, the Joker, is revealed and escapes with the money. Billionaire Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, works with new DA Harvey Dent and Police Lieutenant Jim Gordon to take down the city's organized crime. Meanwhile, the heads of that organized crime hire the Joker to kill Batman for half their fortune. The Joker kills the police commissioner and a judge, but is stopped from killing Harvey Dent by Batman. Gordon takes a bullet, preventing the Joker from shooting the mayor, faking his own death long enough for Harvey to claim to the public that he is Batman, drawing the Joker out for real, drawing the Joker out for the real Batman to detain him. He is in prison not for long, and kidnaps Dent and his girlfriend Rachel, who Bruce had been romantically involved with since they were childhood friends, and attempts to blow them both up. Gordon and his team are too late to save Rachel, but Batman saves Dent, but not before half of his face is terribly burned from the fire. The Joker sets Dent loose, now having lost his sense of morality, becoming Two-Face, to take justice into his own hands while he blows up Gotham's main hospital. As people try to evacuate Gotham, the Joker hijacks two ferries, one carrying civilians and one carrying prisoners, each rigged to explode carrying the other's detonator, presenting them with the prisoner's dilemma. Batman intervenes, stopping Joker, but learns that he lost Dent to corruption. Dent holds Gordon and his family at gunpoint where Rachel died until Batman knocks him over the edge, killing him. The movie ends as Batman flees with the city mourning Dent, never learning the man he became.
Let's talk about what works. Who wants to start? Jasmine, this is your choice. Why don't you start with something that works for you?
Okay. I mean, besides everything.
This movie's great. The end.
Yeah,
Podcast done.
I do think this is one of those rare things where I think I've only said it on this podcast about Phantom Thread, where every single piece of the movie works well together to tell the story. So it's like one of those rare, perfect movies. And my favorite thing, obviously, we're going to talk about Heath Ledger. Performance of a lifetime. I think that's the major thing that works. And just the world building in general. Like, we have the opening throws us immediately into the state of Gotham, where we're at, how everything is happening. And as the movie progresses, you just start to see the story unfold, but not linear, if that makes sense. Because you can kind of draw back to everything that's going on in the first one, in the third one with the trilogy. And for your second film in the trilogy, I think it's important not to fall into that sophomore slump. And this is just so much more fascinating than any of the stories told previously of Batman. And I could just go on and gush about this movie, but it's just a perfect thing, any piece you could just pick out. And I like a lot of the designs of everything. It's really cool. I'll just keep going. I'm sorry.
Just keep going. No, please keep going. You can do my job for me. I'll just sit back and listen to you pine about the Dark Knight. This is great.
No, I mean, thematically, it all works too. Like Lucius Fox and what he has to do with looking over every piece of equipment every phone in Gotham, and that being against everything he goes, what he works for. And I just like the whole story. I'm saying a lot. I'm very sorry. I'm just very excited about this movie. But yeah, it's everything for me, but the standouts are obviously sound design, practical effects, and the Joker. The Joker.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll start you with the Joker. So obviously Heath Ledger, incredible performance. I already said at the top of the show, maybe the best performance of the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Just an absolute powerhouse performance. Oh, it's warning.
The flood. I'm like, what the hell? Coming. Sorry.
No. But what's crazy to me is watching his character. You don't see Heath Ledger. I try every time to be where does Heath Ledger come through? And I can't see it ever. And there's little pieces and idiosyncrasies of this character that makes you feel uneasy watching him, but also makes him feel not only is he a real character, but he's a true psychopath that believes in what he's doing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments is when he's having the meeting he like intrudes on the meeting with all the other mobsters, and it's a very just like a real quick moment, but like the one of the mobsters is like, and you think you can just steal from us? And he's like, yeah. And there, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay, so this guy's truly insane, but he's got the ability to back it up.
Yeah.
You know?
And a Joker in a true sense as well. He's constantly playing like tricks and jokes on everyone, which I think is kind of a cool way to do it. Grounding
I truly
it, though.
think that's where his Joker. I feel like a lot of people have tried to do Joker before him, since him, and they always miss the mark. It's because they always try to do one of two things. They either try to go way too serious and try to make it more monstrous, or they try to do way too like non-serious, way too like jokey. And with Heath in particular, he did a great job of bringing both of those elements into one in such a believable way. Of at one moment, he's like he's being sarcastic, but then he's going to make a pencil disappear into someone's eye.
Yeah.
And it's just like at no point do you ever know what's going to happen next with him, and that's why they keep calling him like an agent of chaos.
And that's, it's truly what it is. And, it just speaks to that performance to be able to take all of those things and bring them all together and put it into someone who's like, I mean, this is not a real person. You have to invent, the character exists in pop culture. You have an idea of who this character is, but you have to invent how that character is in this movie. And it's just a testament to that performance. It's really amazing. It's one of the best performances out there. You also touched on something that I thought was really interesting in that, this is the second movie of a trilogy, but it works really well as a standalone film, which is something that goes really unappreciated, I think. It's like you could just turn on The Dark Knight and it has a perfect opening that you understand everything you need to know about Gotham, about who the villains are, who the heroes are, what they're doing, and who they are and why they're doing it. And then it ends in a very cleaned up way that you don't need to worry about any sort of sequel. You can just watch it and it tells its own story. It's great.
Yeah. It literally took me years before I knew that there was a trilogy. I was not very locked into movies back then, especially not comic book movies then. And I was like, oh, this is a really cool movie all on its own.
Connor, what did you like about this film?
I just love the thematics and morals that Nolan dives into with this one. Just about like how people can remain good in a world that's so like bad, basically, where you have like the two ends of the spectrum with Joker and Batman, and then you have someone like Dent who's kind of the in-between pawn that they're both trying to pull onto their own sides. I think the fairy scene, which I'm sure we're going to talk about later, but that is just like one of the best scenes at portraying human nature, especially when you're trying to capture like how are people inherently wired. If you give someone the ability to save their own life, but at the cost of another person's, how are they going to act to that? And I think it's just such a thematically rich topic to kind of digest. And I think Nolan handles it incredibly well, where I think it goes into why this movie is just so good to watch on its own. It's just, you feel so full afterwards.
Yeah. And this does the thing that I've talked about before, which I think lends to that point of, this movie, it's a film that features superheroes. It's not a superhero movie. So it's not, over the top powers and action and fight scenes. Like you get a lot of that. But at the foremost, this is a crime movie with thematically really rich text that has a lot to say about, like you said, the morals and of people. And, that's what this movie is. And to tell that story, they use Batman and the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something like a lot of great directors do a lot. I mean, even with Nolan, you can see a lot in his work of like, here's this topic I want to like dig into. But I'm going to frame it from the lens of Robert Oppenheimer,
Right.
about like what is the responsibility of one man in like this world, or like obviously Batman and the fight for good and bad, and like in an actual world instead of like a comic book world where people are like flying off walls and doing all this sort of like things that you just can't buy into yourself.
Right. Yeah, it's a great way to craft a film. And then featuring a really interesting story about crime and, trying to come to balance with the mafia and vigilantism and corruption in our legal systems. It's really, I mean, there's a lot going on in this movie for being a superhero movie. It's really quite interesting.
I have a take on that later too, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like
Great.
what you were saying thematically. One of the things I quote all the time is like, oh, you either live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or
Is you die a hero.
Yeah, you die a hero,
enough
live long enough to see yourself. Meanwhile, I'm saying I quote all the time, but no, I always quote the second half. I'm like, oh, you'll just live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I think like that theme of just good versus evil, and the way Joker like uses Two-Face too, like it's incredible. There's just so many little details in it, and I just appreciate all of it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So, I mean, switching gears a little bit for me, I appreciate so much Nolan's dedication to crafting films practically. And he shot this movie almost entirely in Chicago. He also shot it in Hong Kong for the few scenes over there. It lends itself to the movie really well because it gives it a living, breathing Gotham City to reside in. Like you feel like you're actually existing in a place, and you're not just kind of like the setting is there to serve the story. Like the Gotham City in Chicago by proxy is a character in this movie on its own, and you feel that when when you're going crashing through a bank in downtown Chicago. You're blowing up a hospital, or you're flipping an 18-wheeler on the road. Like you're feeling that character. You're driving through the underbelly of the city, and it works really well. And you don't get that if you don't film in one place specifically, but on location as well.
Yeah,
which is great. And on that front too, let's talk about the effects, the practical effects, the actions. It's all great. I mean, it's truly a blend of action, like fight choreography, stunts, and visual effects that just is unrivaled for. I don't remember another movie that does it. Maybe The Odyssey.
Yeah. I like that when he's fighting it looks like he's actually wearing a heavy kind of suit.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like very easy or anything like that. It like you can feel that it's weighing him down, so the blows hit harder. And also he gets hurt, which I like. He's not like any kind of like immortal like being. He's just a dude in a really strong suit.
And the fights, Batman is an experienced and trained fighter, and he's got a certain way he moves, and he's fighting goons who just kind of are whatever. But even the Joker is like, he's herky jerky, he's untrained, he's just kind of going
he's
crazy
scrappy.
and maniacal. And they fight very different, which is really interesting too. And all of that is just done so well. They flipped an 18-wheeler. Like I want to talk about that. They flipped an 18-wheeler on the street. Like that's so cool. They flipped an 18-wheeler. They blew up an actual hospital. Like come on.
They actually killed Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, she's gone.
She made the bride.
Well, it's tough.
If you look at that as a direct through line of her being in this movie and then making the bride, maybe it makes more sense.
Maybe
you just have to subtract the like 15 years in between.
I don't know. It's just a really great movie. It's really well done. Connor, Jasmine, did you have anything else?
Yes, one thing I want to mention, the tiny little detail I really like is he puts Heath Ledger in the back of some of the shots just for
Oh,
fun
interesting. Yeah.
without the Joker makeup. And if you watch the film, like, again, I've seen it so many times, and like knowing that detail, watching the film, there is enough dialogue between the Joker and Batman to imply that he knows that's Bruce Wayne.
Interesting.
Especially like you see him sitting behind Harvey Dent and them at the dinner with the four of them. And he's just listening, no makeup on, nothing. And I think especially when he goes after the big car, he's like, oh, now there's a Batman. He knew Harvey Dent wasn't. He knows Bruce Wayne is, but he can't reveal his identity because then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And that's really interesting. I didn't realize that he was in background scenes, so I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Watch for that next time.
It's really cool.
That is really cool. I know we talked about Heath Ledger a lot, but I just want to, just real quick touch on the entire cast, like top to bottom, is great. I mean, Christian Bale, we already kind of discussed, is a really good Bruce Wayne, and does a good job as Batman. Like, it's maybe not my favorite, but he does a very good job. Then you've got like Gary Oldman is in this movie as the Gordon. It's great. Michael Caine is Alfred. I mean, come on. And Morgan Freeman, obviously, Aaron Eckhart, obviously Maggie Gyllenhaal. We said, like, all of these people are just top tier performers, like top to bottom. You don't get that very often either. It's great.
Yeah.
I also like how good the dialogue's really good in this movie. It's like really smart, really witty at times, and the scenes that are just people talking are enhanced by a lot of like very small camera moves that Nolan does to keep things moving, keep you kind of engaged into the action. We're not just sitting in static shots. The camera's always trying to do something, which means you're kind of like waiting for the next thing to happen, which is great. Just like a really solid filmmaking trick there. Connor, what else did you like?
We've kind of touched on pretty much everything. So just a small thing that I liked. So in kind of Batman lore, Harvey becomes Two-Face because like a mobster throws acid on his face. And I liked that they kind of, so you gotta ride with me here. I like that they kind of made it so he obviously gets burned because he's trying to get out. He falls over and he gets gas on his face because of his own action. And I kind of like that instead of making it just like a random act of violence that does it, it's more his action. Because again, when you see him as this pawn between Batman and Joker, he's always been like in the public's eye, he's always been this ultimate good, but he's been shown to have like this evil within him. You have the scene where he's like interrogating David Dastmalchian about to shoot him in the head. So you can see like that evil was always in him. And I think having him turn to Two-Face based off something that he did is a good way of kind of launching that villain arc for him instead of it happening for him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's interesting. And we're going to talk about Harvey Dent. I just think that's a really strong character. This movie is primarily about Batman and the Joker, obviously, but it is also Harvey Dent's, really at the heart of it, it's Harvey Dent's story, and they handle it really well. Aaron Eckhart is phenomenal as Dent too, which is maybe his best role. I don't know. I don't think he's ever been better than he is in this movie. I have just two more things. Every set piece in this movie is unique, which is really hard to do. They all feel different to each other, especially in a movie about Batman and the Joker. Like, making each actual set piece different and doing something new is really, really cool. And then just the music and sound, they just tower over this movie. It's like emotionally resonant, and impacts the story which is something that Nolan does quite a bit with his music as well. We just saw it again in the Odyssey with the bow being incorporated into the score, which is really cool. He does that a lot, and so a lot of things happen in this movie that are impacted by the score as well. So just great stuff. Anything else for what works that you guys want to touch on? We could be here all day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But all right, the I'm in moment when you lock in for a movie, what do you got?
Batman.
Okay.
That's
He's
a
the
good
top 2 superhero for me. So like,
Fair.
if he shows up, I'm in.
Fair. I had heists that start a movie and or just in media res action to start a movie is just awesome.
Yeah.
Like Mission Impossible movies are great at this. The James Bond movies are good at this. Like just starting a movie right in the middle of something going on is always sick. Go ahead.
I was going to say a dramatic character reveal by removing a mask with the score. They do that with the Joker in the opening. And
yes.
Yep.
I actually did have a truly great villain and villain reveal.
Yeah.
So I was thinking more of the moment later in the film where he's in the hospital and Harvey Dent's like, who's this nurse with all this makeup on? And then he takes the mask off. He's like,
yeah. I'm like, he literally looks okay.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not fooling me, man.
Yeah. And even then, they do the same thing with Harvey later when he like dramatically like turns and you actually see his face and what happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So bad. Okay. Well then, how about we move to what doesn't work? I do have a few things here. Christian Bale's Batman voice is a bit wonky.
Yeah, once in a while. What do you mean? Where's
Rachel? Oh God, it's like he's out of breath sometimes too. When he's like, "I gotta be the man." It's like, okay, let's calm down.
There's like certain times when he's like talking for a long time, and I'm like, how are you holding this up?
Yeah,
I don't get it. I'm also not really a fan of the Batcave in this movie. The wide open basement garage thing. I just don't really like it.
To be fair, the old one did burn down.
I don't remember. I've only ever seen Batman Begins like 1 or 2 times.
There is a reason why they're in a penthouse and not like Wayne Manor.
Yeah. Fair. I also don't really like how Gordon is so resistant to the idea that there's corruption in his police department. He's like adamant. He's like, I'm doing the best job I can. It's like, just work with the guy. He was an investigator in internal affairs.
Yeah.
Like, just get the like, I don't know.
What bothered me about that is like, there's so many times of like, they're just like, there's a plan. I just can't tell you about it. You'll know it once it happens. It's just like,
just tell him about
just
it.
tell.
Yeah.
You trust bad people already.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Or like, hey, I know these cops, Wirtz and Ramirez, were, investigated for ties to the mob. I'm gonna have them take both Rachel and Harvey Dent home. The guys who just locked up all of the mob. Like, what are we doing here? Come on.
Yeah. I have one thing about Gordon that really doesn't work for me. When they fake his death and then he dramatically returns home and he walks into the room with his kid. First of all, he's only fake dead for like a couple days.
Yeah.
At most. And like, I understand that's part of the plan, but his like reasoning of like, I couldn't let them know, or I didn't want anyone to know. Like, you have a kid. Your wife had to break that news to your kid. And then all of a sudden you walk in and I'm like, that is just a little too far. Where I'm like, there's a different workaround. You didn't have to fake your death and have your kid live that trauma for you to be like, had to do it. It was for Batman.
I never really understood the faking your death thing anyways.
Yeah. So they wouldn't go after him? Is that it?
go after.
Were
his
they ever
family,
really
I guess.
going after him though?
They were going down like the food chain, basically.
Yeah, but he was essentially like the perfect guy for the mob because he was complacent in the corruption he
it's
wasn't
not the mob, it's
participating. He's
Joker.
inherently a good dude.
Yeah.
But he was fine
It's
with
Joker.
Wirtz and Ramirez being part of the team. Like,
he's not worried about that. He's worried about Joker.
Yeah,
Joker
he's
already
worried about
killed
Joker.
Commissioner, the judge, tried to kill the mayor, tried to kill Dent. Who's up next? New commissioner.
well,
Yeah.
I guess.
But him, not his family. I
But,
don't think
we've
they
seen-
were ever like consequential enough that he had
we've
to like
seen the
protect
Joker
them.
try to do some shady shit to
All
family.
right.
Yeah, it is a Joker. So
Fair.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a very famous story of the Joker doing something to Gordon's family
Oh, okay.
that I don't need to disclose it here, but there's a very famous Batman character who gets paralyzed and maybe something else because of the Joker.
interesting.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
didn't know this.
Mhm.
The other thing I have for what didn't work is just like the final fight, specifically the sonar goggles.
Yeah, they're a
It's
hindrance.
just kind of clunky. I don't really
Yeah.
like it.
They hold him back.
Mhm.
There's times when they mess him up.
Yeah. What about you guys? What doesn't work?
It's just really that for me, and then parts with Rachel that don't
Mm.
make sense. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like weird, like he loves Rachel, and I do remember that from the first one, but there's no way Bruce Wayne really believed she was going to leave Harvey Dent for him.
Yeah, no way. No chance.
And I do think that moment is funny though, when Alfred's like about to give him the note where that note, by the way, unnecessary. She didn't have to like go all out and be like, yeah, it's definitely not you. So I'm going to go be with Harvey now. Like, girl, it was just unnecessarily mean.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Connor, what would you have that didn't work? Anything?
I know you guys liked it. I thought the fight choreography with Batman sucked. I thought it
Really?
was-
You didn't like it?
I did not like it. I think we've seen so much better fight choreography. And it might just be the way he fought, but also I think the fight editing too was way too choppy.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, we've seen it done better by other people. So it's hard to enjoy it when I've seen Pattinson do it better
Yeah.
or
fair.
Keaton
That's
do
fair.
it better.
Yeah, and the it's just you mentioned the choppiness of the editing. I just thought immediately back to Insomnia and Al Pacino taking eight cuts to climb over a fence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I also don't like his bat suit. It's
You
just
don't like the suit? Oh, interesting.
I don't like the suit either. Yeah. It just I don't like the cowl or just like the entire helmet of it, really.
Interesting.
That's fair.
Okay.
And maybe this is just from the way I viewed it. I don't know, and it's personal taste. The aspect ratio changes were
Yeah.
distracting.
Some of them
'Cause
were for sure.
Especially like the scene where Bruce is like he in his Lambo intersects the guy in the truck to stop the Reese guy from getting killed. It changes aspect ratios like 30 different times, whether it's Bruce or like inside the car. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is this a different movie? Like it just felt so out of like we're just filming with different cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
what reason?
Agree.
It's kind of like the same. It was the same when Joker walked out of the hospital. It was like full frame, but then you cut to like the people reacting to it, and it was like back to like the black bars. And I was like, how? Why?
Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah, I mean, there was one in particular that always gets me where he's like taking all the ballerinas on the boat and is like full frame wide shot of the plane landing in the water with the boat, and then it cuts to the shot of Bruce and it's letterboxed and it's I'm like, this is like an entirely different movie. I don't know. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, nitpicks. No one reports that the bus drove out of the bank.
I was gonna say that. It's like, is that the space like Gotham's in right now? That's just like it's
Normal
another
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not only that, you see the dust coming off the bus well after it drives away.
That other bus has to stop and let him in.
Yeah.
Keep
I don't
going.
know.
It's like, interesting. I know that was a stop on this field trip.
Yeah, right. Why didn't Batman just tell the cops that the clowns were the hostages at the end? Instead of like going through all the trouble to like take out all the cops?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I know he was clued into Gordon, but like also pretty obvious. You scope in on him, it's like, oh, this guy's he's shaking and he's got a gun taped to his hands. Maybe not as it seems.
Yeah.
Well, especially because every single trick the Joker played was just like, what if the thing you think is actually not?
Yeah.
You think
Literally.
you're going to dent, you're not.
Every joke or trick is a switch. It's just a switch.
Exactly. So it's just like, why don't we just pause and think? What, like, they even make the point of like, yeah, they're just standing by the windows. That's kind of odd.
Yeah, right.
Oh well, take them out.
Yeah, shoot them. Weird. Other nitpicks?
I don't really have any.
Okay, good. All right. Best moments. I've got the opening heist, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The dinner at the restaurant, followed by the meeting of the mob bosses, obviously. The fundraising dinner with the Joker, where he interrupts the penthouse party. The chase with the police cars and flipping the 18-wheeler. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
The interrogation. Batman and the Joker going at it. And then the end with the two different yachts or whatever boats.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you guys had?
Fairies. No, I definitely got to put my vote in for the opening. I think that's probably one of the best openings of all time.
It is really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the 18-wheeler flipping. Those two, incredible.
It was so good. Nate's having a time over there.
Aw.
Yeah.
Poor Nate. It's okay. Connor, do you have any other best moments?
The base jump that he takes to get to Lau.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool. And then the whole setup for Gordon taking the bullet was pretty cool. I just like the whole setup.
Yeah, for sure. Heat check. I got 2. Cillian Murphy cameo.
I mean, that's it. I was gonna say it's got to just be Cillian Murphy.
Well, can I give you and your friends are dead from the opening? That guy's awesome.
Fair
you
enough.
Know
He
who
was
you're stealing from.
Yeah, he's awesome too. I think both. But Cillian Murphy's on for 1 second. You see his face. Otherwise, he's just got the little like rice bag over his head.
Not my diagnosis.
Yeah.
I have a different name. I have Tom Lister Jr., who is the prisoner on the prisoner. He's the prisoner who takes the detonator and throws it out.
Yeah,
nice.
he was also my pick when I was on the plane. He's really good.
Yeah.
Also, the prisoner who's like, my insides hurt.
I was thinking of him too. There's a lot of like great one scene performances.
David Dasmalchian, great cameo.
Yeah.
As the guy that's like a schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. All right, Connor, who would make this, or would this movie be better with a shark in it?
See, this is tough. There's not a ton of places for a shark, but there is a big body of water. we're putting so this is gonna ruin it. But can you imagine if like they toss the detonator out of the window and a shark is just swimming by, eats it, and as it's being digested, it accidentally just hits the trigger.
It blows up.
It just blows up. And then Batman and Joker are just like fighting, and then he's just like, "Oh shit, they actually did it!
They did it! Whoa!" Okay, sure.
That or in the Batcave, he just has A pool with some sharks.
That's the thing. If he was actually in the cave,
that's
that's
he's
where
like
it's going.
testing some gear or something like that.
Mhm.
Anti-shark
They're
spray.
just his pets. It's Bruce Wayne.
In the comics, he'll just have like random ass shit. Like he'll have like fossils and like a giant ball. We could just literally put like a megalodon in there if we wanted to.
Why not?
Who would make this movie better? What do you guys have? Yeah.
Mine's
This is how I thought it was going to go. I was racking my brain. I'm like, well, I could. No, I'm not going to replace him.
I feel like you can't touch like
him.
the top 15 literally actors.
Like, what am I going to do? Put like Matt Damon in as a cameo part? Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
They put Cillian Murphy in as a cameo part.
Yeah, but like,
my
Matt
thought
Damon
was
as a cop from Departed.
Oh, yeah. No, that would have been perfect. My only thought was to replace Rachel. But then I was like, who would I replace Rachel with? And I was like, oh, Anne Hathaway. Then I'm like, I wouldn't replace her with Anne Hathaway. She's got to play Catwoman.
I mean, you could just be Katie Holmes. I was thinking just like, is there a world where we just make sure it's Katie Holmes? But like, I don't know.
I did have a name though.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm putting Mark Strong as Sal Maroni.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Kicking out Eric Matthews.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
That was the one person I was thinking of, like, I could probably do something with this, but like, I got nothing, man. I just had nothing. All right, let's do our choice categories. So I'll start with mine, which is fairly basic, but I thought it was interesting. It would be interesting, which is the origin story. Which character would have the most compelling spin-off / original story movie? From Goodman121721 on Reddit. The Joker is kind of the obvious one, but less Joaquin Phoenix-y.
I thought the same thing.
And more Heath Ledger-y. But also like an Aaron Eckhart movie about him investigating corrupt cops and internal affairs is really interesting too. So those would be my two picks.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Yep. What about you guys? What do you got?
Connor.
All right. So this is a spin off the Boss Baby Virgin Suicides double feature. I'm not going for Unhinged. I'm actually trying to do like a legit,
an actual double feature
good pairing. Yeah. I think if you watch this movie with, and I'm going either one, but either Sam Raimi's Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2, because I think those movies like Batman and Joker are two ends of the comic book spectrum, both telling the same sort of story, but taking the opposite approaches. Where you have, Sam Raimi is just full creative mode, like ripping straight from the comic books. It feels like a cartoon. Where, like we've said with Christopher Nolan, it's more like he's telling this very mature, gritty story that just so happens to feature Batman and Joker. But at the end of the day, they're both telling these stories about the goodness of man, responsibility of our heroes, and if people are inherently good or bad.
I like it.
So
that's interesting. Yeah,
yes.
I would do that. That's a good double feat. I haven't seen Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in many, many years, and I only think I've seen Spider-Man 2 maybe once in my life, so that would be a good revisit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Go back to it.
Yeah, I will.
They're also my two favorite heroes, so it's just like,
I have
if I can knock them both out in one day,
let's see,
one sitting, I will.
Spider-Man on VHS from many years ago when I was a kid. That's how we watched it, was on VHS.
I like it.
Jasmine, what is your choice category?
I went with my Jasmine Chabatwala, do I have the will to survive this category? Okay?
Okay.
Specifically, just from the moment I see a school bus drive out of a bank, I'm out of that city.
Yeah, I'm moving.
I'm done. I don't have the will to survive whatever is going to happen there. Next, I don't want to live in a city with a Batman. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's something
that's a
going on
great
there.
question.
That's
So
terrifying. Yeah.
I would absolutely not live in a city where there's a Batman.
Mm-mm.
That would suck.
Yeah, no. I don't have the
What
will
do you
to
think the
survive.
rent's like there?
Oh,
Because it's like
It's
still
gotta be
like
cheap.
it's still like a
Yeah.
metropolitan though.
yeah. It's still like New York. It's like, I guess it would be what
Chicago.
Like, yeah,
I think in the comics it's like Jersey.
yeah.
That explains a lot.
Careful now.
That explains a lot. Okay, and no, but they say the bridge and tunnel crowd, and then the ferry. So I'm like, oh, this is New York,
Yeah, fair.
and I'm moving across that bridge because if I'm on that ferry, I'm not touching that device. I would rather just jump off the ship into the shark's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a big thing about like yeah, you can get out, but the bridges and the ferries are not safe. I'm walking. Like I don't care. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not staying here. That's for sure. I will walk to somewhere safe.
Yeah,
Oh gosh. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm glad you went with Gotham as a whole and not like would I survive an encounter with the Joker? Because like probably not.
Obviously not.
No.
Yeah. But like just Gotham as a whole, like that's a tough place to be.
yeah,
I don't think I have the will for that.
absolutely not. And the Joker's charming, so I feel like I would just end up Harley Quinn.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm
that's tough.
surviving. We could
You'd
get
be
along.
hanging
It's
out.
fine.
Yeah, you'd be hanging out. Okay. Let's do hot takes. I've got a hot take.
Mhm.
Maybe it's like it is a hot take, but it starts off not a hot take. So, The Dark Knight, I think, is the single greatest superhero movie of all time.
Mhm.
But I think it would have been even better if they removed the last half hour of Harvey Dent's storyline and made that The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
his turn into his death is extremely fast and feels a bit slapped on at the end. Whereas if you like end it with we've beaten the Joker, but Harvey Dent's out there,
hmm
and then cut to Dark Knight Rises where he's now the main villain, and it's like holy shit, we've had this character turn.
hmm
I think it becomes a much greater. It's better for Dark Knight Rises, and I think it's also better for this movie.
Yeah.
I do think though, then it's like you can't watch Dark Knight Rises without having watched The Dark Knight.
I think
Which-
That's
yeah, you have to watch The Dark Knight, surely, probably. But
Which
like,
I mean,
this movie
I
still
feel like
stands
that's-
alone.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah,
what I care about.
But now that movie does not stand alone.
Don't care much about Dark Knight Rises, to be honest.
But here you
Did
are
it ever
trying,
stand
trying to
alone?
rewrite it.
oh
Yeah, I am.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's a trilogy. In theory, none of the movies should stand alone. It's just awesome that they all kind of do.
do
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I agree.
That's fair. Jasmine, what's your hot take?
This is Heat. This is the same story as Heat in
Yeah.
Gotham, done in a superhero like perspective, and I love it for that. And I think if we like used more films like Heat, where you have good versus evil, and adapted them into these superhero movies, we'd end up with a lot better superhero movies.
Totally agree.
My take is actually very similar to that.
Thanks.
At its core, this movie, like by core, I mean just like the story of it. This movie doesn't need Batman and Joker, but it's absolutely enhanced by it. Because, like you're
100%.
saying, this movie is basically just Heat, but the fact that it's Heat with Batman and Joker is awesome.
Yeah. Sick. Is this movie ruined by technology?
Nah.
No.
He has all the technology.
need it.
It's like it required.
Mhm.
I think it's the first time we've ever really said no on the pod. Or one of the first times in a long
Unanimously.
time.
I always say no.
Fair.
Mm.
It's never been cooler. Batman.
No.
No,
He's
I
been
think
cooler.
Robert Pattinson's Batman is cooler.
Okay.
Adam
He's a
West's Batman's been
detective.
cooler.
Yeah.
Mm. People in clown makeup has never been cooler.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yeah.
Disagree. Joker.
No, he's definitely cooler, but I do like the
Cam
campiness.
from Modern Family.
Oh God. How about District Attorneys?
Law and Order.
I was gonna say Law and Order SVU.
That's a good one.
specifically. Yeah.
That's a good one. Stealing
like-
from the mob.
Eat.
Well, they're not stealing from the mob.
Aren't they still? Isn't that the one guy? He's in this.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Isn't
know.
he technically a mob?
Maybe.
I guess I gotta rewatch Heat.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh,
How about
man.
car chase action sequences?
I don't like car chases in general, so I will give it to this one.
I actually
you gotta
think-
watch To Live and Die in L.A., my friend.
This may
Car
be the
chase in that movie
coolest.
is phenomenal.
This
I don't
one may
know.
be the
There's some
coolest.
really good car chases. There's not quite as many car chases with 18 wheelers.
Do they
That's
have
pretty sick.
Batman on a motorcycle driving through a mall? No.
Do they have him weaving through an 18-wheeler's wheels?
Also true. And
And
they
flipping
didn't
it.
flip it. So, you know. And the last one I have is just practical stunts and action effects. Has it ever been cooler? I don't know.
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys saw that picture of the Cyclops. You gotta know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The Giants. Yeah.
Or, 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Mm. I mean, practical stunts and action effects. I don't get a ton of that from 2001.
Oh, I thought you just meant
John
practical
Wick.
effects in general.
John Wick.
Yeah,
That's
no, you're
good.
right. John Wick.
Any Japanese karate movie.
Mm. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
Crouching
Okay.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Ooh, Crouching Tiger. Last category here before we do our final scores. What prop are you taking home? I want the Joker's purple coat.
Cool.
With all the knives in it.
Yep. And the bombs.
Nice.
The knives. There's nothing but knives and lint.
I want it.
Similarly, I want his shoes with the knives that
I thought about that too.
pop out. We'll just take his whole outfit.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Batmobile.
All right. Well, okay. I couldn't go. I was trying to think more handheld.
Handheld. It's a suit.
Yeah, I can hold it in my hand though. I can't lift up the Batmobile.
Why would you hold a suit?
Well, I'm presumably I'm going to put it on. I can't just float into
Yeah.
it, Connor.
Yeah.
The practical eyeball they use for Harvey Dent, I would want that too.
Okay. I just saw something really. I'll just decapitate him and put his head on my wall,
Yeah.
like you mount a buck.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to scalp Heath Ledger and just take the green hair. Oh, geez. Okay, final scores time. Jasmine, this was your choice. I'll start with you. What is your final score?
It's a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Yeah. It literally moved its way into my top 4. I had to replace Scream with it because I was like, I can't
Ooh,
do this
wow.
anymore.
I
love
was curious
Scream.
which one you were going to pull out.
Yeah. That's the one slot that I do change out once in a while, depending on mood.
Mm,
And I just rewatched it. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
it's time.
Connor, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Pretty
doing it
high.
again.
He's breaking his
code.
rule.
Yeah, this is again top tier Nolan. It's Batman. Fuck it, I'm giving it 5.
I talked himself into it.
Well, yeah, not even that. It's just like this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so rewatchable, and
Yeah.
again, there's not much to complain about.
Mm-mm.
It's true. Well, I'm gonna break the 5 train. I am gonna go with a 4.75.
So low.
Specifically, I mean, this movie's
Hater.
great. Obviously,
Yeah,
we've
right?
talked quite a bit about it. I just keep thinking it would be so much better if they moved the Harvey Dent storyline off the end of the movie. Because it just feels like it at that point it goes a little too long. Like it just overstays a little bit. Outside, what is that in the sheet? I see. Oh, never mind. I thought I didn't realize you had changed it already. I just saw a 5 under my name. I thought you just put me in for a 5.
You said no. We're actually going to fix your rating there. Yeah.
But I mean, it's still an absolutely all-timer movie. It's one of the best superhero movies. One of the best movies of the last 25 years. It's just great. So that brings our ranking to a 4.92 average score. That is top 5, ladies and gentlemen. That is bumping out one battle after another from our top 5 and putting Jaws on the cusp of dropping out of the top 5 with a 4.92.
Do everything I can to keep it there.
So this is the number 4 slot, just above Jaws and just below Phantom Thread is where this movie stands. And that is going to do it for this episode of the Film Box Podcast. Next week, we are going to be doing a wonderful summer blockbuster movie draft to end out this month, which is going to be great. We got a lot of categories. We've got some guests that are going to be coming on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this episode, make sure to follow or subscribe and leave a rating. Tell your friends. It helps us out. Lets us know we're doing a good job. You can follow us on socials. You can follow Jasmine on TikTok. She's been doing great work, as always.
Thank you.
And you can go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com, and you can go to our Letterboxd account. You can see what we're watching when we're watching. You don't have to wait for each episode to find out. So follow us there. And with that said, that is going to do it for this episode of the Film Box Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.